There you go. We just have a little presentation, and this is on behalf of Christ the King Church. So we all did this. This is not the deacons or any particular ministry, but just a special recognition for their 38 years. And we're just asking special blessings upon them, and that God continues to bless them in their faithful walk for the church, in their faithful walk as a couple, in their faithful walk as parents and grandparents and all the other things that come. We're asking that we'll come right back here a year from now and again continue to say thank you, Lord, for blessing this wonderful couple. Let's give them one more hand, please.
Dr. Riggins, Earl. He's no stranger to us. There's a little bit about him in your program, the Vita. I won't do a long introduction, but he's currently serving as professor of ethics and theology at the Interdenominational Theological Center in Atlanta, Georgia, Atlanta University Complex, and he's here with us today. You can read about him, which I know you already have.
Strange people, peculiar people. This God adopts people that other deities won't fool with. That's interesting, and I like that. I like that. This God, according to the record, says that this God adopted a people who were nobodies. And other people who had kings and empires laughed at this people because they were nomadic and strangers in foreign lands, and they wandered and ate from the earth, the table of the earth, as they sought to get scraps and food from whatever was left over. And yet, this deity picked them up and named them as the apple of his eye. And I don't know whether any of you remember being considered nobodies. I realize that you are, you're sophisticated and black bourgeoisie. If some of you don't even call yourselves black. You just say, I'm somebody. But the history says that there was a time, and the history it's documented. It's not some movie like Selma that somebody reconstructed, but the documented history says that there was a time when we were considered as an ethnic group nobodies. And every group looked down on us because we had been brought here and forced to be laborers, etc., and we were considered nobodies. And even we turned on ourselves. We took the same poison that the dominant society spewed on us, and we drank it and looked at each other and called each other nobodies. I won't use the terms in the pulpit that we have used about ourselves. You know them. Yeah, you know them. You hear them all too often. Expletive deletives that I care not to mention. But we were considered nobodies, and we turned that medicine on, that toxin on ourselves, and we have words for it that are uncolorful, unsavory. But I'm glad that according to the biblical text, there is a God who specializes in adopting nobody. You remember if you look in the book of Ezekiel, I forget what chapter it is, but he says to Israel that you were really, you were like a child where a mother gave birth and didn't cut the umbilical cord and was just left out. And to die and to decay and die. And I came along and had mercy on you. And really became your midwife and cut the umbilical cord and cleaned you up. And in Hosea, he said, and not only did I clean you up, but I taught you to walk. When Israel was a child, I taught him to walk. What a compassionate image of God.